Okay, everybody, welcome to game number 2 of semifinal series number 1 between the Futurists and Explorers. I call it semifinal series number 1 because this is the 1 against 4 series. Big Polly coming to you. How you doing on a Saturday evening as we record this on late Friday morning for air? We just put up the Stars Wings game. I will say very little about that just in case you want to see it. But here we go with this game between the Explorers, a team of the 1960s, against the Futurists, the team of the 21st century. As we get this going, it's going to be Roy Halladay starting for the Futurists today. Against the Explorers, who will be led by Gaylord Perry. So it is an 80-degree night. Game number 2. We played the first game in the daytime, and so we just flip-flop and have this 1-4 series have a night game for game number 2. We'll go through the starting lineups right after this play, because if I do that, the umpires are going to say play ball again. Ken Boyer leading off, did not play in game 1. Halladay is the starter. That's a pop fly to Edmonds for out number 1. Let's show you the lineup. You just saw Boyer bat. And here he is, the rest of the lineup. You got Manny Ramirez, who we didn't see a lot in the regular season. He's going to get the nod at DH. Manny Machado, another traveler on the 60s team. And defense for the Futurists. You see it there. Bill Mazeroski went 0 for 5 yesterday in that 10-6 slugfest that the Explorers lost. And the series will head to Los Angeles when we pick it up next week, game number 3. But we have game number 2 to play. This is going to be a base hit over the head of A-Rod. And there's one man on for Frank Robinson, who went 1 for 3 yesterday. Had a homer, a 2 RBI homer. He got the scoring started off of Amos Rusey. That's K number 1 for Halladay. In the second inning, we will give you the profiles of each pitcher. Willie Mays, 2 for 3 yesterday, 2 runs scored and a home run and a walk. This is hit to right center. Edmonds has it. So Gaylord, I'm sorry, I thought you were done, and I should know by now that you weren't. Gaylord Perry, your starter for the Explorers. He had an ERA of 4.08 during the regular season. You see the lineup there for the Futurists. Pretty solid. And here is the defense. Well, the defense for the Futurists that you've already seen. Let's show you the defense for the Explorers. You see it there. Mookie Betts went 1 for 5 yesterday. Walked, drove in a run, and he is on board here in the bottom of the first. Joe Mauer hitting in the 2 hole today, 2 for 3 yesterday. Had a homer, 2 RBIs. This is going to be Mazeroski over to McCovey for the first out. That was his only play. That moves Betts to second for Albert Pujols, who went 0 for 4 yesterday. Base hit. We'll watch Betts. He scores. And Pujols advances to second with the play at the plate, and it's 1-0 Futurists. The Futurists were down 6-0 in that first game, but they came back to get 10 unanswered. Was it 10-6 or 10-7 yesterday? Well, at any rate, Barry Bonds went 0 for 3 yesterday with an RBI and a walk. That is McCovey to Perry. Giant hitting it to Giant. 2 outs now for A-Rod, who went 3 for 4, a homer, 2 RBIs yesterday, and also had a triple. That's K number 1 for Perry. So let's look at Roy Halladay. and how he ended up the season and some season stats we can go into. He was ejected in a 6-5 loss to the Wings on September 2nd, his third to last start. Got a win over the Aces 9-2, going 135 pitches and 8 innings. So Willie McCovey went 1 for 4 yesterday. Scored a run, had a homer, 2 RBIs. This is hit well to center, but Edmonds has that. Plenty of room in center field at Camden Yards. Now we have Manny Ramirez, who did not get a lot of playing time in the regular season, if my memory serves. Did not play in Game 1. It's K number 2 for Roy Halladay. That brings up Roberto Clemente, hitting in the 7-hole today. 2 for 4 yesterday, a run scored, 2 doubles. Soriano, the Pujols side, retired. Jim Edmonds went 1 for 3 yesterday. 2 runs scored and a double. 1 walk, 1 K. Hit well to right, and you can forget about that one. Home run, Jim Edmonds. Clemente just, all he had to do was look up, and the Futurists have now padded their lead to 2-0. Miguel Cabrera did not have at-bats in the first game. He's the third baseman, batting 7th. That's a base hit to left, right by Manny Machado. And David Ortiz was a surprise pick yesterday to start as the DH. He is 0 for 3 for the playoffs, but scored a run and a walk. Got a walk. Right to McCovey. He threw to second to try to get Cabrera moving in, and he was safe. Alfonso Soriano is 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI, 2 Ks yesterday. Hit well to left, and Robinson has the second out. Back to the top of the order in Mookie Betts, who walked in the first inning. And this is going to be a base hit. We watch Cabrera come in. Betts has singled, driven in a run. 3-0 Futurists, as they keep on keeping on in game number 2 of that 1-0 lead. Joe Mauer 0 for 1, had a homer game 1. And Betts in with a stolen base, his first of the playoff series. And now Mauer is looking at a 1-0 count. And Mauer has hit another home run. He was not a home run hitter in the regular season, but he has back-to-back home runs. That plates 3, and the score is 5-0. Jim Bunning has already been summoned. And I forgot to give you the stats on Gaylord Perry, but we'll do that with Jim Bunning. Who was mainly used as a reliever, at most through 66 pitches. Let me see if I could show you Gaylord Perry. Here were his game logs. Against the Spitfires, September 12th, he went the distance, 113 pitches in an 8-5 win, but he's already out of this game. So the Futurists up 5-0, and with Perry gone, it's Albert Pujols, 1 for 1 and a double and an RBI already today, 1 for 5 in the series. That's K number 1. So we got Philadelphia Phillies pitchers on both teams right now. Halladay, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 Ks. He can go 120. Bunning can go 65 in relief. Machado is 0 for 4 in game 1. That's right to Rodriguez, over to Pujols, 1 gone. Elston Howard, the last batter to get to the plate, went 0 for 4 yesterday. The Yankee, and now we go back to the top of the order, and Ken Boyer with 2 outs in the third, and the Explorers already trailing 5-0. 0 for 1 today. Did not play in game 1. Cabrera, Pujols side retired. So we go back to Barry Bonds, 0 for 1 today, 0 for 4 for the playoffs. Had a ribby in game 1. This is hit to right. Clemente is going to make the play for out number 1 in the bottom of the third of game 2. A-Rod had that homer yesterday, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Right to Ken Boyer. It's going to be Jim Edmonds, 1 for 1, a homer and RBI, 2 for 4 in the playoffs. And great effort there by Bunning. Outran Edmonds to the first base bag. So with the Explorers trailing 5-0 top of the fourth, it's Bill Mazeroski, who is 1 for 1 today and 1 for 6 in the playoffs. Cabrera, the Pujols, just in time for out number 1. Frank Robinson is 0 for 1 today, 1 for 4 with a homer and 2 RBIs in the playoffs. And this is a pop-up to Cabrera, out number 2. Willie Mays is 0 for 1, 1 homer, 1 RBI in the playoffs because he had a homer yesterday, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Popped up, and A-Rod gets to that. Cabrera leading off the bottom of the fourth in this second game, with the Futurists holding a 1-0 lead. He's 1 for 1 today. He did not play game 1, of course. And this is popped up to Mazeroski, who has out number 1. David Ortiz, 0 for 1. And now 0 for 4 with a run scored in the series. That's K number 2 for Jim Bunning. Also played for the Detroit Tigers, one of the few players to have a no-hitter in both leagues. Alfonso Soriano, and then was a senator from Kentucky. I believe he just passed away recently, like a couple of years ago. Soriano 0 for 1, 1 for 5 in the playoffs, a run scored, and an RBI. Hit well to left, but Frank's going to get to that. Side retired. Willie McCovey, stretch, 0 for 1, 1 for 5 during the playoffs. Had a run, a homer, and 2 RBIs in game 1. Popped up. Maurer cannot get to it. The count now 1-2. And that's K for Halladay. That's 4 for him today. Gets no walks. He's only surrendered 1 hit. He's pitching well. 44 pitches so far in 4 1/3 innings. So he's been very pitch effective. Manny Ramirez is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today and for the series. This is hit well to left, and Bonds gets to that. Clemente, 0 for 1, 2 for 5 for the playoffs. Skied to right, Betts gets to that. So Jim Bunning has done a good job in relief. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 Ks. And he's facing Mookie Betts here to start the bottom of the 5th. 2-swing game at the moment. Betts 1 for 1, a walk and a ribby today. 2 for 6 for the playoffs. Has scored 3 runs, 1 stolen base, 2 RBIs. That was a K for Bunning, his 3rd of the day. Joe Mauer, 1 for 2, a homer, 2 RBIs, 3 of 5 in the playoffs. Has 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Has hit homers in back-to-back games. Mazeroski to McCovey for out number 2. Albert Pujols, 1 for 2, a double, an RBI, and a K. Base hit over Machado. A little bit of a slow exchange for Robinson to get that from his glove to his hand, allowing Pujols to get a double. And that brings up Barry Bonds 0 for 2 today, 0 for 5 for the playoffs. That's K number 4 for Jim Bunning. All right, more than halfway home. Manny Machado is going to lead off for the Explorers in the 6 who have been shut out for the first 5 innings. Roy Halladay pitching a gem. Machado is 0 for 1 today. 0 for 5 for the playoffs, 2 strikeouts. Pujols, Halladay, 1 out. Elston Howard 0 for 1 today. A strikeout. 0 for 5. 2 strikeouts in the series. Popped up, and did Cabrera? No, Rodriguez got to that. 2 outs now for Kenny Boyer. 0 for 2 today. Did not play game 1. So that hit the third base bag, went to the shortstop A-Rod, threw to first, got the out. So we go to the bottom of the 6th now, and A-Rod leading off 0 for 2 and a K today. Of course, he homered in game 1. Rodriguez to McCovey, out number 1. Jim Edmonds 1 for 2, a homer and a ribby today. Bunning has pitched well in relief, as we have been mentioning, but this is skied to right, and Edmonds has 2 today. 6-0 your new score. That's the first time anybody has gotten to Jim Bunning. Cabrera 1 for 2 today. Did not play game 1. K number 5 for Jim Bunning. And now Big Papi 0 for 2 today, 0 for 5 with a run scored. He has 1 strikeout in the series, and he also has 1 strikeout today. Also walked in game 1. But that was a K. 6-0 going to the top of the 7th, and Bill Mazeroski, who is 1 for 2 today, 1 for 7 for the playoffs. Hit well to left, that will go. And the Explorers get on the Cadillac board with that home run from Bill Mazeroski, who most famously hit a homer in the 1960 World Series, Game 7, to win it for the Pittsburgh Pirates in a major upset of the New York Yankees, which led to the firing of Casey Stengel. And Frank Robinson 0 for 2 and a strikeout today, 1 for 5 in the playoffs, has a home run, scored a run, walked, and struck out today. And Cabrera throws that over to Pujols for the first out, top of the 7th. So now it's a one-swing. No, I take that back. It is not a one-swing game because the Futurists got a run in the bottom of the 6th. Willie Mays 0 for 2 today, 2 for 5 for the playoffs. Cabrera, Pujols, second out. Willie McCovey 0 for 2 today, 1 for 6 for the playoffs. 1 strikeout, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. This is hit well to right center, off the wall, and Betts collects it, but not before McCovey gets the second. Manny Ramirez 0 for 2 and a K today. And that's going to be a fair ball. And Ramirez is going to replace the runner at second with himself. And the score is now 6-2. Now it's a one-swing game. Clemente 0 for 2 today. 2 for 6 for the playoffs. That's a base hit. We'll watch Ramirez. He comes in the score 6-3. And now the crowd here in Baltimore getting nervous. Manny Machado 0 for 2 today, 0 for 6 for the playoffs. This is hit to right, and Betts will not get to that. A foul ball. Count currently 0 and 2. This is hit well to left. Bonds gets to that side, retired. So there is the situation. 6-3, bottom of the 7th, game 2 of this series, and the Futurists already took the first game. Soriano 0 for 2 today, 1 for 6 for the playoffs. Bunning still in there in a relief effort. Boyer to McCovey, hard ground ball, and that is 1 out. They're going to try to get Halladay through the 8th inning and then probably turn it over to Mariano Rivera if it is still a save situation. Mookie Betts 1 for 2 today, a walk and a ribby and a K, 2 for 7 in the playoffs. He's the leadoff man. Machado to McCovey with a second out, and that brings up Joe Mauer at 1 for 3 today. He has a homer and 2 RBIs. Mazeroski to McCovey, side retired. Now here's where things get interesting for the Explorers to see if they could rally against Halladay like they did in the 7th. They got 3. Howard 0 for 2 today with a K and 0 for 6 with in the playoffs and 2 Ks, but that's going to break that up as that's a base hit up the middle. Ken Boyer 0 for 3 today. Pop to left, and Bonds has that. Bill Mazeroski is 2 for 3, a homer and a ribby today, but that's going to be caught by Jim Edmonds, who's having quite a day today, 2 home runs. Frank Robinson 0 for 3 and a K today, had that homer in game 1. That's a base hit. So now you got the tying run aboard. And we're going to bring in Mariano Rivera to try to get a 4-out save. You can only go 25 pitches, so this is going to be dicey. Willie Mays is 0 for 3, 2 for 6 in the playoffs. Popped up. Mauer cannot get to it. The count now we move up to a 1-2 count. That's a base hit. We'll watch Howard. He will score. It is 6-4. Tying run now at first base. Winning run. Go ahead run at the plate with Willie McCovey. That took Rivera 7 pitches. And that's a K for Rivera. And the side is retired. And we have a new pitcher coming in for the Explorers in the person of Ron Peranoski. Peranoski, a lefty, can go 50 pitches. His ERA in the regular season was 4.33. Pujols up, 2 for 3, 2 doubles and an RBI with a K today, and he walks. Barry Bonds, I'm sure he would love to get one here. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, 0 for 6 with a walk and a strikeout in the playoffs. This is going to be a base hit right center. Pujols holds at second base for A-Rod. 0 for 3 and a K today. 3 for 7 for the playoffs. K number 1 for Peranoski. Jim Edmonds looking for a 3-dog night. Looking for his 3rd homer of the day. He's already gotten 2. They were both solo shots. 2 for 3. 3 of 6 in the playoffs. And this is skied to right, and that's going to be foul. Count will go to 2-2 with 1 out, bottom of the 8th. That's K number 2 for Peranoski. Miguel Cabrera, 1 for 3 today, and a strikeout. Right to Machado on the line drive. So the score is 6-4, and Rivera giving up a hit and a walk in 12 pitches. This is going to be a bit of a interesting finish. Manny Ramirez, 1 for 3, a double, an RBI, and a K today. Cabrera, Pujols for the first out. Roberto Clemente, 1 for 3 and an RBI today. That's a K for Rivera. He's at 21 pitches. He'll probably tire with this at bat. And Manny Machado, 0 for 3. Rodriguez, Pujols, and the Futurists win it 6-4 to take a 2-0 lead as the series shifts to Dodger Stadium and Los Angeles. Final score from Camden Yards. Futurists 6, Explorers 4. Futurists has won 5 straight. Halladay is the winner. Gaylord Berry gets the loss. Mariano Rivera gets the save. Bill Mazeroski hit home run number 1 on the season. Joe Mauer hit number 2. Jim Edmonds hit 2. He now has 2 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 9 minutes. So a close shave for the Explorers today, but they now have that 2-game-to-none lead heading to Los Angeles. And when we pick up the series, the 2 series is on Friday, next Friday, the 24th. Let me just double check. Yeah, it'll be the 24th. We will have the Explorers Futurists game first from Dodger Stadium with the Explorers playing at home, and then we will have Winged Stars. And then they will trade positions for game 4. The Futurist Explorers game will be a day game, the Explorers Futurist will be a night game, game 4, and we will just keep trading positions until, and if we have one series end before the other, then the rest of the games of the series that hasn't ended will be at night. Now, if you got all that, we will be having a quiz later. But for now, I wish you all a good weekend, what's left of it. This has been Big Paulie. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.